Perfect, perfect. Well, good morning. Good morning, you all, my little beautiful friends. I'm so excited to be on this roundup. I didn't even want to call it team huddle. I don't want to call it like a team meeting because honestly, this is just 30 minutes once a week for motivation. At the end of the day, we all have to do the work, right? We can say all the pretty things, we can be in all these beautiful meetings, we can see each other's faces, but if the work is not getting done every single day, then we're not progressing much. So I have a few things I wanted to share with you guys. More than anything, it's tips as we start this challenge to start turning over our culture, right? One of the biggest reasons why I decided to reach out to our leadership group and talk to them about this opportunity and this challenge was because I really felt a need for our culture to change. I don't know about you guys, but I'm sick and tired of being in the same place. And when you're sick and tired of being in the same place, things need to happen for change to occur, right? Sometimes it's not nice. Like the growing pains are not nice as we're learning and creating new habits in this business, as we're learning and creating new cultures, but they are absolutely necessary. And I have loved the momentum going on in the messenger group right now as we've started preparing for yesterday's call, and everybody's been, in there and, sharing what's happening in their lives. I do apologize it didn't come in full force. As many of you guys heard, one of my friends, one of my campers was murdered on Friday, and that really took a toll on me. I just typically other things I can hang, but when it's a boy that I really I basically saw him grow up from 10 years old to 24 years old. It's been hard for me to really process that. So that was hard for me this weekend, but I'm back on the saddle. I'm back full force with you guys, to do this and stuff. So here are a few things I want to talk to you guys about, okay? As we continue this momentum, and now that we had what we had yesterday, it's important that we follow up. I'm sure many of you guys followed up, but sometimes we need that good reminder to follow up. Sometimes we work really hard to invite people to these events and then we don't follow up. Follow up is going to be key and critical in this opportunity, okay? Sometimes they are not going to answer you, and that is completely okay. Do not take it personal. I was telling a new coach yesterday, you know what? We're not a priority in their heads and in their headspace. And that's okay. They have family, they have friends, they have life going on. So following up is just another tool for us to utilize in this business to get what we need, right? Sometimes it doesn't work, the follow-up doesn't work. So we break up with them. The breakup text message is going to be important, especially if you did the follow-up and they're not answering. Be like, hey, you know what? I totally value our relationship. I totally value our friendship. But if this is not the right time for you to hear about this coaching opportunity, no worries. The most important thing for me is that I continue to do life with you because I really appreciate you. So next time I reach out to you, next time I reach out to you will be nothing to do with coaching. It's just our friendship. Are we cool with that? Y'all, people do not like to get broken up with. They will come back. They will come back and talk to you. So I'm going to put that down in a script as well so that you guys can have that in a screenshot and you guys know how to utilize that. Okay. Now, we have an opportunity to bring on coaches in two separate ways. We have our client bucket and we have also the non-client bucket, right? That we learn to listen to their stories. The client bucket, you guys learn to cherish and value these relationships so much. We work so hard to get on a health assessment. We work so hard to get them on program. It is important that we cherish and value these relationships. If you are not cherishing and valuing these relationships, we're not creating loyalty and trust. And this is what we need to create in order for people to actually even be willing to explore the coaching opportunity. This means we need to show up for client support, whatever that may look like every single week. One thing I'm learning really, really well on how to retain my clients is really being their cheerleaders, really showing up for them like as cheerleaders. And you know what? When life happens in the weekends, you guys, life happened. Let's keep going. Don't let this little thing be the hiccup that's going to stop helping you contend for your journey. Showing up as their cheerleader is so important. Rooting for them every single week, loving on them where they're at is going to be critical on their journey, but also critical for you to offer coaching and for you to continue watering that, right? Every single week, don't be afraid to water those seeds. Do not be afraid every single week to water those seeds. They know you come from a good place. I always tell my clients, hey, Alicia, you know what? I'm going to talk to you about coaching right now. Like you keep falling off the wagon, but if you don't have people to surround you and to love on you as you journey, this is not going to be something you can attain the rest of your life. You need coaching in your life. I'm just going to leave that there here, but that's it. Next week, guess what? There's going to be another opportunity where I'm going to talk to her about coaching. Girl, you're working too hard. Like you're working 60 hours a week. Are you kidding me? Imagine if we can cut that in half. Girl, coaching is the answer. I'm telling you, right? What am I doing? I keep watering the seeds for different reasons. So that is going to be your biggest opportunity. Your funnel is going to be your clients, but we got to cherish and love our clients, our non-candidates. Wherever you go, learn to listen. Learn to listen. How can we posture coaching? How can this person benefit from coaching? I love what Dan Bell said yesterday. He's right. Coaching is not for everybody. And he said that. You're not coaching is for, even though it is for everybody, it's not going to be for everybody, if that makes sense. But we need to bring the quantity in. You got to bring in the quantity to find the quality. You, my friend, all you need to get good at is your skill set in learning to listen, learning to ask questions, and then learning to posture. That's going to be important. Okay. So tell me a little bit about your goals. I mean, how do we get started with random people, right? So what's your 1-year goal? What's your 2-year goal? Where do you see yourself and your family in 6 months from now? Trust me, they get embarrassed when they have no plans for their future. And I've seen that multiple times. I see them shift in their chair. I see them get a little bit uncomfortable. I see them not know what to do because they don't have plans. Most people don't have plans. Most people don't have this amazing vehicle that we have. Most people will be in the same W-2 job next year that they are in this year if we don't offer coaching. And I think about every single one of us in this call, somebody offered you coaching and changed your life. We need to be that vessel for somebody else. We need to be that link for somebody else. So learn to listen. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Like, tell me about you and your family. Do you love what you do? Are you fulfilled? Is this purposeful for you? Do you see yourself here 5 years from now? Where would you like to be 5 years from now? What do you want to experience 5 years from now? We have one life to live. Do you see yourself doing this the rest of your life? Do you love freedom? Do you not love freedom? Do you love somebody telling you what to do? All these questions, you learn to listen and then you posture. Maybe you should take a look at what I'm doing. I don't know if it's going to be a fit for you or not, but this opportunity completely changed my life. Would you be willing to explore it? And don't even try writing these. I literally have everything written down. I'm going to send these all out to you, right? Okay. I plus Q equals A. Girl, you would be so phenomenal at what I do. Once I hear something they're amazing at, right? Once I know where they're going, girl, you'd be so amazing at what I do. You have the vibe, the personality, you're attractive. Like people are going to cling on to you. Like I plus Q equals A. Would you consider exploring what I'm doing? I don't know if it's a fit for you or not, but it's totally changed my life. Just explore it, right? So all of these questions, all of this posture, if we can get good at asking this every single day, and this is going to be one of your challenges this month, okay? Every single day, find an opportunity to offer it to one person. Whether it's a client, whether it's a non-candidate, you need to find a way to offer this and posture this every single day. This means in the morning when we wake up and we do our affirmations, we are going to ask ourselves, who can we serve today? Who are we going to give this gift to today? Who am I going to offer this gift to today? Who is it? You guys, when we're building a culture, when we're building a habit, you got to smell it. There's a Bible verse that says you got to chew the cud. Who's heard that in the Bible? You probably haven't, but a donkey chews the cud. Okay.
Brianna
Like,
would
what?
know.
Huh?
Brianna would know that, but I think we lost her.
My husband would be like, what does that mean? And I learned this in Bible study, in Bible school. Okay. When you chew the cud, when a donkey chews the cud, meaning he's chewing his food all day long, he's meditating on this thing all day long. You're meditating on this. You're chewing and he's chewing the cud and he chews the cud. And you look at him an hour later and he's still chewing the cud. He's still like mulling over that food. He's meditating on that. You want to meditate on this. You want to chew the cud. Okay. You want to think about this every single day. This is the only way it's going to get ingrained. If you're thinking about it, have a little 4x6 card and be like, who am I going to connect with today? Did you build your intentional 30 list? I didn't even ask you for 100 because let's be real. We don't know that many quality people. But some people are going to show up in your life, and pray for those people. Be like, Lord, like, show me who is a person who do I need to show this to next today? It might be the barista at Starbucks. It might be the bagger at Ralph's. I think about my client who's on day 2 today. He constantly messages me, Priscilla, I'm so excited. You're going to change my life. You're going to change my life. Imagine, he told me, you could have just come to this restaurant, sat down and ate and left, but you saw something in me and I know you're going to change my life. Man, how many missed opportunities have we had because we don't show up the way we're supposed to show up? How many missed opportunities do we have because we haven't been chewing on the cud. We haven't been meditating on this. We haven't been asking, Lord, who can I show this to? Or who am I gonna present this opportunity to? How many people have we missed? I'm so thankful that even though I was celebrating with my husband, I could have easily said, I'm not working today. I'm celebrating. I'm having my piece of steak, my glass of wine, because I'm celebrating all these milestones. I'm not working today. But no, I offered it to somebody that I can potentially change his life because I was meditating on it. So this is why it's important that we meditate, that we chew the cud, all of these things. Okay. Posture is going to be important. Be willing to go out with people for coffee dates. All right. Offer coffee dates to people. The magic's going to happen in the one-on-one with certain people. They need to see that you truly care. So be willing to go out there and get on coffee dates, go on lunch dates. I already have 2 coffee dates set up for next week with 2 potential people. Okay. I said, hey, I really need to talk to you about this opportunity. Dude, I see you struggling all the time, but let me share with you what's possible. Let's hang out next week. Let's go to coffee. Let's go to Inteligencia. I love that coffee spot, right? So I have 2 coffee dates set up for next week. This is the way, you guys, we are going to get to people. It's by that one-on-one, showing them that we actually genuinely care. So I want to encourage you guys, those 30 names that you have in your list, who can you take out for coffee? Who can you take out for lunch? Okay. At least challenge yourself to take 2 to 3 people out from that list this month. Okay. This is not going to be a phone thing. You're going to take these people out and build relationships with them. Okay. How are you branding yourself on social media? That's another thing. I see a lot of before and afters, but are you talking about what coaching is doing in your life? And financially, it can do anything for you. It could change the tires for you. It could allow you to put one of your kids in private schools. What is it doing? For Cynthia, she put these amazing, expensive shrubs around her backyard. You guys, people need extra income for different things like these. So we need to post on social media just as much as we post before and afters. What is coaching doing for you? What freedoms is it giving you? What kind of income is it giving you for certain things? I mean, what is it doing for you personally, developmentally? What is it doing for you? It's causing you to wake up every morning with a dream and a desire in your heart. I sure as heck would not be doing this for a cubicle job right now. I'd be dragging my feet out of bed, to go get ready, literally last minute. Whereas with this, I bounced at 6:15. I was like, I cannot wait to get on this call with these girls and talk about coaching and how we're going to build this culture. So is it making you bounce out of bed? These are all things we can be posting about on social media when it comes to coaching. Is it giving you your time back? Is it maybe dropping your stuff to part-time? What is coaching doing for you? You want to talk about this just like you talk about before and afters. You want to post about what this is doing for you, the freedoms it's doing for you. Is it a little bit uncomfortable because we're not used to talking about this and you're gonna have to sit down and think about it? Yes. You're gonna have to sit down and think about this for a little bit. Full show. You're going to have to sit down and think about what coaching is doing for you. Okay. But this is how we are going to build a habit and how we're going to get comfortable with it. Okay. Now, the right kind of action is important. Okay. The right kind of action is important. Are you doing the hard work or are you working hard? Ask yourselves these questions. Are you doing the hard work or are you working hard? Because when you're doing the hard work, and it's not even hard, but when I talk about you're doing the hard work, that means you are messaging people, you're building the skill set, you're learning to listen, you're adding friends, you're starting conversations in the back end, you're going out on coffee dates with people. This is the hard work. Are you doing the hard work, or are you working hard? Because working hard means you're on all the boot camps, but no action is happening. We're not going to miss a boot camp. We're not going to miss a live. We're not going to miss a power hour. We're not going to miss anything. That's you working hard. And just because you worked hard doesn't mean you're doing the hard work. So you're going to have to find that distinction. Are you doing the hard work, or are you working hard? And these are two things you're going to have to really, really get good at. And I always ask my new coaches, how much time do you have to give me in this business? How much time can I really take away from you every single day or every single week? And they give me a period of time we can utilize. I am not going to use all that time on the hard, on working hard, which means you're going to get on all these boot camps and you're going to try to do all of this. No, we're going to get into the nitty gritty of starting conversations, of adding friends, on building the skill set, on learning to ask questions. This is the hard work, my friend. So get good at differentiating both. And if you're feeling yourself working too hard, I mean, if at the end of the day, you're like, man, I got on 3 boot camps today, I got on that power hour today, but no action really happened on the other end, then we need to reevaluate what we're doing, okay? Because it's going to be more valuable that you're actually doing the hard work. So I'm open now for questions, for discussions. This is the 17 minutes I have for you guys today. What are you guys' thoughts? What are you guys' feels? What's going on? What's up, Melinda?
So I have a question. You were talking about client, the client interaction and following up with your clients. I have one in particular client who is, she's doing program, but I never talked to her. Right. I tried the weekly check-ins. She doesn't really respond. She's I'm trying to remember what she works in group homes. She's like a therapist. And so her hours are like all over the place, but she reaches out when she needs to. But like, I don't even know what she looks like now. From the first health assessment, we did our Zoom, but I haven't gotten her on a Zoom before. So, or again. And so I'm trying to find the balance where she doesn't feel like I'm bothering her. I still check on her. I don't like ghost her, but it kind of gets a little frustrating when, you don't hear back. I mean, I don't know where she's at. She doesn't always answer me. When it's time to change her order, like she'll reach out and, she's like, I need to make these changes and I need to do this. And she does it. But I feel like I just feel like I'm missing her reaching her goals because we're not doing that connection. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Who has an answer for that?
I have a client similar to that one as well. And she didn't want to get on any social media. So I respected that. And it took us forever to do the celebration call with my coach. And because I kept calling her, I said, I'm going to call you my invisible client. And she would laugh. And when we finally did the celebration call with my coach was like, oh, I think she might want to get on social media. But it was after that. And I kept saying, you're the invisible client. That's when she started. That's when now I've been talking to her a lot more after the celebration call with me and Nilka. She's been reaching out more. I'm talking to her more. She's asking more questions now. So sometimes I think you kind of have to, with her, I just kind of let her have her space. But once we finally did the celebration calls, when she started reaching out a lot more. And now she's even open to doing a Zoom call.
It's awesome. That's awesome. Anybody else have an answer for Melinda? That was great, Sharon.
I just wanted to add, she is active on the group. Like she's in there and she'll post every so often, not in the group, but she'll make comments on posts and stuff. But I wasn't even able to do a celebration call with you, Cynthia. This is Rosie.
Okay.
Rosemary. Yeah, I couldn't even get her on the celebration call. So okay.
I hear you. I have 2 questions. So what's the situation here? We have a client who, briefly in 5 words, what could you say? A client who's doing fairly well, right? But does not want your full on support, correct?
Yeah, I don't know how
Yes.
well she's doing either,
Okay,
right?
okay,
I don't. I don't, I
Okay.
can assume she's doing well because she's continuing to place her full orders, but yeah, she's
right,
not needing the support, or at
okay,
least not inquiring. Yeah.
May I say
right.
something?
And then on the second half, sorry. And then on the second half, I heard a lot of expressing your feelings about it, correct? Okay,
Yeah,
and
I
how
know, I'm
does
attached,
that
I'm
make you,
attached.
how does that make you feel? It's okay. How does that make you feel? You said frustrated? What else?
Yeah, and I feel that she's not getting the full benefit of the program. So I don't feel that, yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I'm too
because
attached,
like the program has so much to
Apparently,
offer, and she's only seeing the diet portion of it, right? Like you have so
Correct.
much to offer, and
Yeah.
you are doing your part, reaching out. So in this case, what else can you do? What's on you? What's in your control?
Just my reaching out to see how she's doing, and if she doesn't respond, she doesn't respond. I mean, that's how it's been going.
There, that's the
Yeah.
answer. That's the answer. I have somebody like this from our neighborhood, you know, and she just wanted to place her order because she heard about Optavia. I'm like, no, we need to do a health assessment. We did it. I explained, blah, 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 you know, and she started ghosting me, you know, ghosting me. I checked on her celebration call, ghosting me. How are you doing? Well, how do I change my order? Hey, we need to set up celebration call. She responds back to me with saying, hey, I need to change my order for next month. Well, how do we do? So she's not responsive, you know. I'm gonna, because she's local, I'm gonna invite her to healthy happy hours. I keep checking on her. I would say a suggestion, maybe build that relationship. So when you check in on her, ask personal questions, you know, like, does she have kids? You do? Yeah. So keep doing that and focus on those who are going to get the whole, you know, package, and maybe that will change with her. Keep offering celebrations and stuff like that, but that's the only thing you could do. You're not a bad coach. She's not willing to take it. I'm not gonna lie, when I first started coaching, I rolled my eyes over these events or whatever. Like, I'm like not interested. I even told Priscilla when we first got on, if there's weekly meetings, because she used to post, I thought that clients would show up because I see them with plates. She had that picture, and I'm like, I'm so not into that stuff because I didn't feel confident. And I'm like, if I need to show up to a meeting, I'm out, you know. That was my, so you don't know where their mindset is at, so just love her where she's at, you know. Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. Mhm.
What were you gonna say, Ceci?
Many years ago, Priscilla told me something. If you're worried about one particular client too much, that means you don't have enough clients. Go and find yourself more clients that are gonna be into it. It's just that's exactly what Priscilla said to me. And I'm like, you're right. I'm gonna go and find myself more. And love her where she's at, because in that way you're gonna take the pressure off her. She doesn't want the gift. You can't chase her around with it. Come on, open the gift, open it. You can't do that. Which is them.
Yeah. You'll have people like that, half in, half out, you know, and our job is just to love them where they're at. It's true. And now that I met you at convention, Melinda, I'm like, I can see why Melinda's like, get on the call with me right now.
Yeah, she's type
Read your
A.
life book. Like, what do you
Type
mean you haven't
A.
read your life book?
The way you are is
Yeah.
amazing.
When we do our celebration calls, she'll ask and they're like, yeah, I'm reading it. I'm like on element.
Every
2.
client is reading their life book. So we need to learn
Love it.
from her. The way she postures, every client is reading that freaking life book. I'm like, I
Good.
want to know how you posture it, you know? No, I
Yeah.
love that. So it works towards your advantage because you are very like that, but also being like, expecting everybody to be like that, like ideal client, ideal coach, you know, not
Yeah.
everybody's gonna
Not everybody's
unfortunately
gonna-
be like that.
yeah.
And we gotta let go, you know? Yeah.
There you go. Anybody else have any other questions, any suggestions, anything that's working for you guys, any shifts that is happening for you right now? In terms of building and creating this new culture we want to kind of build for ourselves and then kind of trickle down to the rest of our organizations.
Yeah. I mean, I just want to mention that it's the first time in 5 years of coaching for me that because I am focusing on sponsoring, right? All of a sudden, you know, it's like energy flows where focus goes, right? And all of a sudden, it's like I have an intentional list, right? I'm after not getting anybody, but just letting that, and being intentional, but letting that relationship organically grow. And I mean, that statement, I used to not understand it, but I get it now. That's what happens. Same thing with clients, fall in your lap, you know, when you meditate and pray on who can I help? So focus on what you want and equally distributed. Don't forget about health assessments while you're with sponsoring coaches, you know, and some of these would be clients too.
Mhm.
But yeah, the focused intentionality, having a list of people. It's not about always like quantity. Like yesterday in the chat, Priscilla and I said mass text we used to shoot, because like the more people you reach out to, the more you'll hear no, it's a relationship based business. Copy paste do not work. So we message fewer people, but we took the time to formulate that something that they could relate to, personable text. So we're learning, and yeah, we're grateful for this. I missed the first 5 minutes. So do we have,
Yeah, we have a
are we
recording.
doing? Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna
Um,
put it, we're gonna
the
upload it in
follow-up,
that community
okay.
page. So I'm gonna upload this recording and I'm gonna upload the scripts as well. Like I said, I'm 80% and I just gotta finish a few of the scripts, but I'm gonna have them so that you guys can download them and just practice them, verbalize them, vocalize them, say them out loud. This is how you're gonna get comfortable. When something happens, you don't even think about it. You're just like, oh, maybe blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you're like, dang, where did this come out from? It's because you've been practicing it. So it's important that we practice it. Anything else? We got 3 more minutes before we close out this call. Anything else anybody wants to share?
I was going to say another thing, which I used to hate because I worked as a drug rep for a very brief blip in time. We did role plays and I hated it, but those are really valuable. If you have trouble talking with people like the waiters or the waitresses and stuff like that, really, even with your accountability partner or with your, you know, spouse, do some role play. So and in the mirror is good too, but when you have like kind of like a one-on-one with somebody, you know, practice. If we don't have that, you know, that skill of, you know, creating that opening with people and being able to, you know, talk with people in person, we're needing to work on that skill. And role play, even though like it just feels silly, can be really, really helpful for that. And I'm
Yeah.
actually going to do those. I'm going to role play with Jody and with Jeff.
I was gonna say we are for sure.
Love it. Love
'Cause
it.
you know
That's
I need
awesome.
it.
Yeah, you got to go back to the basics sometimes to really understand how to do this. And those are the basics. I used to role play a lot too when I was a banker and I hated it. But then those scenarios would come out with real customers. And I'm like, oh, I
Yeah.
remember this, you know? So role playing is going to be powerful. You're right, Priscilla. That's so good. Anybody else? Linda? You got 2 cents you want to give?
Sorry, you guys, A2Z is working amazing. It helps me organize my contacts. It helps me start interaction. It helps me remind people that I'm still here. And I want to tell you guys that I'm being very intentional. I do the power hour with Dottie and the one that they have, but I do A2Z throughout the day, and I see the results. So keep on doing that. That's really amazing.
Love that. Love that. Okay.
The other
Our-
thing she mentioned on one of the boot camps is every time you eat, so 6 times a day, adding 10 friends is very powerful. So I've been incorporating that. Every time I'm having a fueling or when I have my lean and green, it's like, okay, let me add friends. So
I love that. That's a great tip. That's awesome. Okay, you guys. So then our time's up right now, but what we'll do is, so as we start today is officially the day 1, even though we've kind of built momentum, let's be intentional. Number 1 on posture, on offering coaching every single day for the next 30 days. Every single day, we are going to get good at offering coaching every single day. We are going to pray or meditate in the morning and be like, who can I offer this to? Please, please, please bring the person or the people that need this more than anything in my way and help me to have this in the front of my forehead so that I can offer it, so that I can offer this gift. That's going to be our challenge. Number 1 is we're going to offer this every single day. Okay. Another challenge is we're going to take at least one person out to coffee or lunch this week, at least towards the end of the week. It's only Tuesday. We're going to try to take somebody to coffee or lunch, either that or early next week. And we're going to talk to them about this opportunity. Okay. Hey, so-and-so, you've really, really been in my heart. You have no idea how much I've thought about you and how much I really, really think that this opportunity can be so beneficial to you the way it's been to mine, I'd love to take you out for coffee and just kind of share with you my journey. You know, are you free this week? Are you free to connect with me? It'd also be really nice to catch up with you. Right? Let's take somebody out to coffee. Okay. And let's start building on that on those 30 names that we have, you know, specifically for coaching. Let's start building those relationships. It doesn't mean you're going to go do the I plus Q equals A right now. Be like, okay, let me I plus Q equals A you right now. Let me tell you, identify, qualify, and approach you right now. No, it means we're going to build the relationships. You don't want to burn bridges. Okay. So utilize your emotional intelligence and know where, you know, you have to take things with them. If you feel you had an opportunity and it didn't happen, it's okay. Continue building life with them. As long as you're touching those 30 people this month, that's what's going to be valuable. So do life with them, love on them. This means that we're the uncles and the aunties on Facebook. We're seeing their kids grow up. That's who we are. Oh my gosh, show me your baby. That's so cute. Whatever it looks like, build those relationships. Okay. And then find a way to offer coaching every single day, at least to one person. This means it could be a client. This means it could be a non-client. Okay. And I'm going to write a suggested list of questions we can ask as well. We can ask a ton of questions. We'll ask all these questions so that you kind of understand what kind of questions to ask when you're with non-candidates. That way you have something to work with as you're approaching different people. Whereas where you're at the grocery store, you're at the bank, whatever, you have a set of questions you can ask people. Cool.
Okay.
Awesome, you guys. Thank you so much for being on this call with us. Let's get to work. We'll see y'all next Tuesday, but let's keep that chat
Thanks,
blowing up. Okay,
Yep.
take care, guys.
Bye.
Bye.